how are you? I hope you all are good. I am also fine. Okay, warm welcome to this class of grade 9 English. And you know very well, yes, we are doing in unit 12 nowadays, and today also the continuation of unit 12. And do you remember what we discussed in our last class? Yes, we discussed or we learnt grammar 1 and also a writing skill that was about writing a book review. Yes, okay. Now today, can you guess what we are going to learn? Yes, we are going to read a text, reading second. Yes, and what is the text about? Yes, it is about a poem titled Madam and Her Madam. Okay, so are you ready to enjoy the poem? If so, please be ready with your textbook, notebook, pen, pencil and whatever other materials you need. Okay, dear students. Okay, now let's start. Before starting the poem, let's do the one activity. Okay, so look at the picture below and guess the answers to the following questions. So here is a picture. First observe that picture. Okay, what can you see? Try to describe what you see in that picture and also try to answer these two questions. So let's discuss the picture based on these two questions. Okay, the first is, what are the two women doing? So dear students, you can clearly see two women in the picture. So what are the two women doing? Can you explain? Can you describe? Yes, very good. One woman is there sitting on a chair holding a cup of tea. The tea looks hot. Yes, while the other woman is, yes, doing a walk. What walk? Can you guess or can you see? Yes, she is washing dishes. She must be inside a kitchen. Yes, inside the kitchen. Okay, very good. Similarly, second question, what do you think the relationship is between the two women? So what kind of relationship may be in this between these two women? Can you guess, dear students? Yes, grandmother and granddaughter. Okay, you might be correct. Go on guessing, keep on guessing. Yes, that might be mother and daughter as well. Okay, yes, most of you, what are you saying? Okay, on the basis of the situation given in the picture, we can guess. Okay, one is the lady house owner who is sitting on the chair. Yes, the other might be a servant. Okay, most of you guess in that way. You may be correct. Okay, and we will be more clear about their relationship when we start the poem. Okay, now dear students, here is the body of the poem. Okay, so first of all, let's enjoy it by listening. So do you want me to recite the poem or do you want to listen it from someone else's voice? Okay, so here I have brought an audiovisual material for the poem. Okay, so please listen and enjoy it.
Madam and Her Madam, Langston Hughes. I worked for a woman. She wasn't mean, but she had a 12-room house to clean. Had to get breakfast, dinner, and supper too. Then take care of her children when I got through. Wash, iron, and scrub, walk the dog around. It was too much, nearly broke me down. I said, Madam, can it be you trying to make a pack horse out of me? She opened her mouth, she cried, oh, no, you know, Alberta, I love you so. I said, Madam, that may be true, but I'll be dogged if I love you.
Dear students, did you enjoy the poem by listening? Okay, so this is your poem. Yes, you can also look at your book or follow my slide as well. The title is Madam and Her Madam, and who has written the poem? Yes, Langston Hughes is the author of this poem. So let's listen it once more. Okay, but this time you won't only listen in the form of a poem or poem recitation. You can listen, you will enjoy this poem in the form of song. Okay.
woman. She wasn't mean, but she had a 12-room house to clean. Had to get breakfast, dinner and supper too, then take care of her children when I got through. Wash, iron, and scrub, walk the dog around. It was too much, nearly broke me down. I said, Madam, can it be you're trying to make a pack horse out of me? She opened her mouth, she cried, oh no. You know, Alberta, I love you so. I said, Madam, that may be true, but I'll be dogged if I love you.
Okay. Did you enjoy the poem in a form of song? Okay, and were you also listening together with the audio? Okay, very good job. Now, dear students, let's explain the poem, okay, stanza wise, and try to get the theme. So, first stanza. Is it the first stanza, dear students? Look at here. Yes. And what is the content there? I worked for a woman. She wasn't mean, but she had a 12-room house to clean. So, simply, in the first stanza, yes, this first stanza is prepared or written from the point of view of the servant, yes, as you see in the picture. Yes, you were correct while guessing in the previous slide, okay. Actually, the relationship between these two women is a house owner and a servant, yes. So, the servant there says that, she explains, she narrates her story here, okay. Where does she work and what she has to do, yes. So, she simply says, look here, my mistress is not bad. So, in this first stanza she says, I worked for a woman. She works in a house of a woman, okay, and she is not bad. She wasn't mean means she was not bad. The servant feels, she doesn't feel bad about her mistress or the owner, okay. But what's the problem? The problem was she has 12 rooms to clean. So, she says, I have to clean 12 rooms. So, look here, big house, 12 rooms, okay. So, that 12 rooms house, so she has a job to clean that house, that rooms, yes. So, this is simply the content, this is the content of first stanza. So, in first stanza, the servant narrates her story, okay, that she works for a woman and she is not unfair. So, she wasn't mean means she was not a bad person, she was not a selfish person, but the problem is that she has lots of work to do. She has to clean 12 rooms, yes, okay, I think you got it. So, what is the meaning of mean? Can you remember what I told just now? Yes, unkind or selfish. So, mean means unkind and selfish, but the narrator is saying here that her mistress or her madam was not selfish, okay. Now, in the second stanza, look here, had to get breakfast, dinner and supper too. So, other works as well. She not only has to clean 12 rooms, so she has to do other works as well. So, look here, had to get breakfast, dinner and supper too. Then take care of her children when I got through. So, simply what does it mean? So, again this part, second stanza, is also a narration, yes, narrated by the servant, yes. So, what work she has to do here? See here, Yes, get breakfast. So she has to cook breakfast, dinner as well, supper. So cooking, meal, different meals in a day. Yes, and not only that, she also has to take care of her children, as shown in the picture. Look here, she has to take care of her children, means her madam's children. Okay, when I got through, so she has to cook meal, and in course of that, in the process, or in between the time, okay, after cooking meal, she also has to do other works like taking care of her children. Yes, so she means that here are the list of the works that have to be done, completed by the servant. So simply got through. What's the meaning of got through, dear students? Yes, finish something difficult. So cooking food, cleaning the house, really these are difficult tasks, and after completion of those tasks, she doesn't get rest. She also has to take care of her children. So do you understand the second stanza? Yes, in second stanza also the servant describes her job, her works, household works she has to do in her master's house, owner's house. Yes. Shall I move ahead? Okay, third stanza. It is like this: wash, iron and scrub, walk the dog around, it was too much, nearly broke me down. So again, what do you find here? Again the servant is saying she has other more works to do, not only just cleaning the rooms, cooking, or taking care of the children. Yes, she has other job as well. So washing, ironing, scrubbing. Do you know scrub? Yes, we scrub the floor to clean it. Yes, so scrub, rub the floor. Not only that, she has to take the dog around. Yes, so dog for a walk, she has to take dog for a walk. So doing these all things, all works within a day by a single person. Yes, so that nearly broke her down. So broke her down means doing that much job. Yes, she was like she was too much tired. She felt that she was about to die. Yes, due to that tiredness. So broke me down. So it all overload of work, burden of work made her feel like dying. She now couldn't do anything, any work more. Yes, so that is our feeling. So scrub, what's the meaning of scrub as given in this stanza? Yes, scrub means rub, brush, or scrap also we can say. So simply clean, yes. And broke down, as already explained, yes, stopped to function, collapsed. So the girl was like collapsed. Now she couldn't function anymore. Yes, in this way, in third stanza also, the lady, the servant, is describing her job, what she has to do, what sort of work she has to perform in the house. Yes, so washing, ironing, scrubbing, taking the dog around. So these all activities or works she has to perform within a day, and that really made her tired. Okay. Now fourth stanza, look here. I said, Madam, can it be you trying to make a pack horse out of me? So what do you find in this stanza? From this stanza we can just understand that. So one day, okay, the madam, that means which madam here? There are two madams, as the title says, madam and her madam. So this madam means, yes, servant. Servant, what is she saying? She is saying to her mistress, okay, how can you make me overworked like this? I am a single person, and how can you expect this much work within a day from a single person? Is it possible? Are you trying to make me a pack horse? So pack horse. Pack horse means simply, its direct meaning is a horse that is made to carry heavy loads. Okay, generally horse are used to carry our loads. Okay, so it is packed. So similar to that horse, are you trying to make me a pack horse? That means a person who has lots of responsibilities, who has a heavy load of responsibilities. How can it be possible? So are you trying to make me a pack horse, dear madam? So she is asking. One day she spoke out, okay, in the fourth stanza. So fourth stanza simply says that, or it shows that the servant is asking a question to her madam. Okay. Now fifth stanza. She opened her mouth, she cried, Oh no, you know, Alberta, I love you so. So, who might have said this? Can you guess, dear students? She opened her mouth. Here indicates the madam, that means house owner. And how did she reply? Let's see here. Oh no, you know, Alberta. So, Alberta is the name of the servant here. Okay. So, Alberta, no, that's not. It means I am not making you a pack horse. Don't say so. Instead of that, I love you so. Okay. I don't make you pack horse. I am not giving you a burden. I love you so. I love you so much. So, in this way, she is very lovingly, okay, she is replying to Alberta. So, oh no, you know, Alberta, I love you so. So, she is replying like that, okay. And the sixth stanza, which is the last stanza of the poem, okay, I said, madam, that may be true, but I will be dogged if I love you. So, this is the stanza which contains the main theme of this poem, okay. So, here, and who might have told this, dear students, can you guess? Very good, this is told by Alberta or servant in response to madam's saying or madam's speech, okay, or madam's speech. And what does she say here? Can you guess? She said that, yes madam, you may love me, that may be true, but if I love you, I will be dogged. So, what does it mean? You know, she is saying that simply, she means to say that if I love you, madam, I will be finished. I will be dogged means I will be finished. My condition will be worse. Okay. So, here why does she say so? Do you guess, dear students? Do you know? Here from the beginning you have to rethink. Okay. So, though the lady servant says her madam is not mean, her madam is not selfish, but she is indirectly saying she is mean, she is selfish, you know, it is called sarcastic tone, sarcasm. It means saying things indirectly. Okay. So, she means that in her words, okay, the mistress does not seem selfish, she is not selfish because she treats her lovingly, saying using very flattery words. Okay. But in her action, in her work, she is actually selfish because she says, I love you, Alberta, but she gives more work to her. She made her do lots of works within a day. So, it means, so here, though the madam says she loved Alberta, her love is connected with the work. Okay? That means she wants her servant work a lot. So, due to that, Alberta is worried. Oh, your love means that. Your love connects with the exploitation. You want, you expect lots of work from me. So, I am afraid of that love. So, if I also love you in this way, in this manner, then I will be finished because it is burden to me. Your love is burden to me. So, I do not need it. So, such kinds of meanings she wants to say, saying this reply or replying like this. Okay. So, I think, dear students, you understood the poem well. Okay. So, let us summarize the main content of the poem. So, check meaning first of all, a few words which are given in this stanza. Madam is a polite term, yes, when we address to a woman or mistress, owner, we say simply madam. And then dogged meaning, okay, it has multiple meanings. Very determined to continue doing something. So, if you are stubborn, if you are determined, once you decide to do something, then if you are determined, okay, even though it is difficult to accomplish, if you are fixed in your purpose, then that is also dogged. But in the context of this poem, it means a bad luck or of a problem. Okay, if something is full of problem. So, what is problematic here for Alberta? Her madam's love. Okay. So, in response to her madam's love, she cannot love anymore, because if she love, to love means to serve her continuously, yes, beyond her capacity. So, that, okay. I hope you understood the poem. Now, let us summarize it. This is the poem's content, yes, you have gone through this. And what does it mean? What is the gist of this poem? Okay. Let me read for you. The poem Madam and Her Madam is written by Hughes, in short, okay, his name, Langston Hughes. That shows the relationship between slave and house owner, isn't it, dear students? Yes, relationship between them. How is the relationship between a house owner and a servant? it depicts, that means shows, it shows the problem of slavery. Yes, it is not only the content of that simple house or that one house, okay. It represents a big problem of slavery, okay, that existed in America years ago. Yes, there was slavery system when the slaves worked to death like Alberta in this poem, okay. However, they were ill treated by their masters. Even though they worked to death, that means they had to work a lot for their master. They were not treated properly, they were ill treated. The poem is narrated by a black woman. So, the servant who is speaking here in this poem, who is narrating her story, she represents a group of black people, okay. So, the poem is narrated by a black woman who is a slave to a rich white woman, and who is mistress here, she belongs to white people, okay. There was a big discrimination between black people and white people years ago in America. So, the slave is trying to explain how she is overexploited by her mistress. So, overexploited, yes. She complains that though she has to do harsh works for her madam, she is not loved and respected truly by her. So, she has to do harsh works within a day, as we described in the poem, as we knew while explaining the poem. Yes, she has lots of works, but in response to that, she is not loved or respected truly, though in her speech her madam often says that I love you so much, I love you so much, yes, but that is not found in her behavior. There is a gap between what she says and what she does, okay. So, this is the summary. In short, if we have to describe the poem, then in this way we can describe, okay. Now, okay, are you ready for the exercise then, dear students? So, please let us start from exercise A. There is given, match the following words or phrases in column A with their meanings in column B. Okay. In column A, you can see the list of the words that are used in the poem, okay, in different stanzas, and in column B, it contains the word meanings which are given in column A. So, let us try to match them, and these words I have already explained while explaining the theme of the poem stanza wise, okay. So, let us do it together. So, mean, first of all, mean. So, the lady was not mean, the house owner was not mean, Alberta told like that, yes. So, what is the meaning of mean? Very good, unkind, yes, it is an IV number. B number, get through. So, what is the meaning of this? Get through, this phrase, okay. It means to manage, to do or complete something. So, after completing cooking, breakfast, dinner, yes, she also has to take care of her children. So, she said that in second stanza. And dinner, everybody knows dinner. What is dinner? Yes, okay, very good. It is a simple word to you, the main meal of the day. Yes. Breakdown, who broke down in the poem? Yes, Alberta. Why? Because due to the heavy loads, yes, she had lots of job to do in a house. So, due to that. So, breakdown means, okay, very good, cease to function or collapse, okay. Number E, pack horse. Can you match it? What is the meaning of pack horse? Very good, a horse that is used to carry heavy loads. And madam, okay, correct answer. It means a formal and polite way of speaking to a woman. And the last word is dogged, and its meaning is not giving up easily. Okay, now let us move forward. There is another exercise, answer the following questions. There are 4 questions altogether, okay. So, let us try to solve them. Number A, was the madam really not mean? So, this is the question, was the madam really not mean? And another attached question is here, why does the speaker say she was not mean? Why does the speaker say she does not mean, she was not mean, okay. Similarly, make a list of the work that the maid had to do. Make a list of work that maid had to do. Number C, what made her nearly break down? And the last one is, how did the madam respond to the maid's question? Okay, now let us discuss one by one. The first question is, was the madam really not mean? So, what is the answer? What might be the answer, dear students? Was the madam means that mistress, she was not really mean? What do you say? Yes, exactly. Look at the first stanza. There you may find, or you have to just understand the theme of this first stanza. Okay. So, though the servant said her madam wasn't mean, but she is mean. Yes, because she gives many works for Alberta. Okay, she made her servant work a lot. So, in that sense we can say she is mean. Okay, the answer might be like this. You also can write, okay, you also try to write the answers on your own effort. Okay, this is just example. So, no, she was mean, she was really mean. Okay, so first question's answer is this. No, she was really a mean woman, she was selfish. Okay, and the speaker says she wasn't mean because by saying this, so she wasn't mean by saying this phrase, she means to say that her madam was kind in her words but not in her action. So, by talking lovingly to her, she made her do a lot of works. So, she says that she wasn't mean means there is a gap between what she says in her voice, in her word and in her action. So, she says that. Okay. Now, B number, I think you can easily make a list of the work that the maid had to do. Okay. So, can you? And for this, for answering this question, you have to revisit stanza 1, stanza 2 and stanza 3. From here, you can just search and then make a list of the work. So, you can easily, they are like clean 12 rooms, prepare meal 3 times a day, breakfast, dinner, supper, yes. Take care of children, of her madam, other, yes, wash clothes and dishes. So, wash, I have to wash, she has told like that, yes. So, wash means washing dishes, washing clothes, iron the clothes, scrub the floor, walk the dog around, etc. So, these are the list of the works that maid had to do. Okay, now C number, what made her nearly broke down? So, what made her nearly broke down? You already, I think you already knew the answer, yes, you can write the answer, yes. In stanza 2 and stanza 3, you can take help from stanza 2 and 3. Why? Because from stanza 2, actually from stanza 1, okay, she is thoroughly describing the job, the work she has to do in the home. So, these all works, okay, or heavy burden, that burden of works that made her broke down actually, yes, break down. So, so that I am asking you to look stanza 2 and stanza 3. So, not actually the same word you have to write there, just you can give the example of the works Alberta had to do. Okay. So, simply you can write in this way, many household works such as cooking, cleaning, washing, okay, looking after the children and many others are there. So, some example for examples only you can write some list of works here, and many other tasks made her nearly break down. So, in this way you can write. And the next one is what? How did the madam respond to the maid's question? Okay, when maid asked a question to the mistress, how did she reply? Can you remember? Okay, from 6th stanza you can write there. She opened her mouth, cried, "Oh no, you know Alberta, I love you so." So, it means how did she reply? The madam directly denied. First of all, she denied. She said, "No, no, I am not making you a pack horse." And she lovingly said, "I love you so much, Alberta." So, the madam directly denied that she had made her a pack horse and responded very lovingly, saying that she loved her a lot. So, in this way, you have to write similar kinds of answer. Okay. After this, there is another exercise. Okay. The poem above presents an example of one type of discrimination. So, obviously, we got it, yes, we realized a kind of discrimination from the poem. Okay. So, the poem reveals a kind of discrimination. What is that, dear students? Yes, that means racial discrimination. Okay. Discrimination, inequality between the black and white. Yes. Now, it is your turn to find out, okay, different kinds of discrimination that exist in your society or in our society. So, discuss. So, can you give some examples of different types of discrimination? Yes, certainly. Our country, our Nepalese society is also full of different problems, social evils. Okay. Many people follow superstition, in the name of tradition, culture, people here also involve willingly, unwillingly in different kinds of crime or those bad costume. Okay, so so what are they? Can you? Here are some examples, dear students, and use them and try to write an answer. Okay, so racial discrimination or caste discrimination, is it found in your society? Yes, tossability, okay, lower caste, high caste, yes, in the name of that also people do discriminate or people discriminate. Gender discrimination, another example. Good, very good. Other? Yes, religious discrimination also. Yes, some religious group are treated nicely or they get respect while some others do not get equal respect. Yes, so that is also the problem. Yes, very good. Another is what? Discrimination between rich and poor according to social class, economic class of the people. People do a discrimination or people treat differently. Similarly, in terms of educational background, yes, highly educated, semi-educated or illiterate people. So, people treat differently according to their educational status as well, which is not good. Yes, and yes, geographical location also. Where is he or she from? So, on the basis of that also people do that or people discriminate. So, these are some of the examples. Okay, so you also should think a lot and then try to get idea and present it in a form of writing and show it to your teacher. Okay, dear students. Now, here are some questions for your practice, okay, which you have to solve when you are free and then try to show it to your English teacher. So, the questions are like this. What does the maid mean when she says pack horse out of me? So, what is the meaning of that? When the maid said pack horse out of me or pack horse, so what does she mean? B number, how is the madam like? How is the madam like? Is she a good person or selfish? Okay, so what did the maid complain about? So, one day the maid complained. Yes, so what did she complain? Number D, what is the main theme of the poem? So, you have to write the main theme of the poem in a sentence or in few sentences. And the last one is, does the madam really love Alberta? Why? So, etc. Such kinds of questions you may find in your exercise, in your book also, or sometimes from other resources also. Okay, so you have to anyway you have to solve. Okay, so saying this much, I hope, dear students, you enjoyed my class. Okay, and you enjoyed the poem. Yes, we discussed it, we explained in detail. So, try to recite the poem at your home, remember each stanzas, okay, and then recite it to your parents, friends, and enjoy it. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.